one of the most illustrious and treasured positions in the British court for hundreds of years was the Groom of the Stool, which was the person whose responsibility it was to check whether the monarch's droppings were of an appropriate smell, consistency, and color. Because, of course, if the king was sick and didn't want to tell anybody, that would require immediate remedy. And you can tell with people, as with animals, what comes out the other end can tell you basically if they're pretty much all right. So there's a Groom of the Stool. So he's one of the primary architects of this. And what he could have done, and what he should have done, and what any normal human being would have done, would have been to reach out and say, listen, I hope you can understand. This is an enormous amount of money. I'm making this compromise. I would really rather you didn't make a big fuss about it. And as a gesture, have the rights to these episodes. Go post them wherever you want. They're yours. I hope you don't post them because I would rather you didn't, because, I don't want to screw up my deal. I'll do everything I can to get the show to a place so I can have you on again. But I just want to let you know that this is happening because, and I'm sorry, man, but it's just a decision I've made, right? That is how, for somebody who talks about male courage, for somebody who talks about being decent, having integrity, for somebody who talks about a heroic male virtue, he doesn't display very much of it, Joe Rogan, because that sort of slimy, secret, silent, I'll just delete the episodes, give me the money. I felt that it was feminine. And I didn't make a big fuss about it at the time. I never really made a big fuss about it. I posted about it once on Twitter a while ago, but I just thought kind of a bitch move.
Yeah, well, Joe Rogan is a bitch, and I think any human being on earth could easily just plant him into the ground with a big windmill hammer strike on the top of his dumb bald head.
What would grow if you were to bury him, if he were a magic bean? Something very, very yellow, like, and wafted, something you couldn't climb.
I was gonna say like elk meat.
He wishes.
Something
If he ate elk meat, I can't help but think he'd be just a little bit more heroic.
I would, if we lived in, sorry, I'm a little focused on something else you said here. I feel like if we still lived in, them olden times you were talking about before, Elijah Schaffer would be the Groom of the Stool to some sort of.
He would backstab, he would murder, he would bribe, he would do anything to get that job.
That dude lives in a closet with a screen door on it. That's all I'm saying. So there's something going on there. I saw him one time. He was walking into the Blaze. He had this little manservant with him, this little Hispanic manservant that was like a little too buddy with him. Something was going on there.
I think they're the gay equivalent of spinners. People who don't even have to kneel down to give you a blowjob, just these tiny little Mexicans with hungry mouths.
Yes.
I'm just saying there's no smoke without fire. I don't know of anybody about whom there are more gay rumors than Elijah Schaffer.
I think my whole theory has been that stuff about him, touching on a boobie or whatever. I
think he was just trying for some straight credentials.
Exactly. He leaked that. That was him putting that out there, trying to go say to his wife, see, I'm not gay. I cheated on you.
How can I be gay? I got fired for touching a boob.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I've touched plenty of breasts in my lifetime, and I could have been fired for any of those occasions. It doesn't prove nothing.
Right. Let me ask you this: in your time of troubles, when you went through your troubles, and
I'm still in it.
So many people abandoned you. So many people that were once that you thought were your friends or you once called friends were no longer there for you. Out of all those people, because I've been watching you sort of set fire to all this stuff, and I've been enjoying it. And
quite good fun, isn't it?
Who was the worst? Who was the absolute dirtiest?
So two answers. First of all, I'm not telling you who the absolute worst is because the absolute worst is not household name, but somebody everybody knows, everybody's big name.
Okay.
Who came to me a week before I was cancelled and asked to borrow some money and to fulfill a lifelong passion. If I tell you what it is, you'll figure out who that is. So I'm not going to tell you. But
kind of hint at it, sort of fuzzed around the edges.
So does this work? This might work on other people. It ain't gonna work with me. I will say who it is when it is when I want
Just
to.
whisper it.
I'll tell you afterwards. I'm not.
Draw
no,
a
actually,
picture.
I won't.
How,
You're luring me in. It's that glossy hair. It's the glossy hair. You're luring me in.
Is it a guy or a lady? Oh, here we go. Hang on. Milo's on cam. Hang on. Let me throw him up on the board here.
Look. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
Come on.
But I will say this: this person borrowed from me 6 figures, a large sum of money, all the cash I could lay my hands on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like 6 days later, like it all went down. And that's a nice look at that. Look at the lovely glossy hair from this view. You could.
All right, I'm not. No.
Cut back.
I'm taking myself off a screen here in a second.
Whoever's producing this show, I command you to cut back. Cut back to the rear view. There we go. Look, you could be Brett Cooper. You could be Brett Cooper with that. You could. This could be her new set. You could be Brett Cooper with that hair. What a lovely setup you've got. It's like a lovely. You take kids to like the ballpark. It's like a lovely gay version of that, isn't it?
Okay, well, it doesn't have to be gay just because. Look, lights aren't gay.
It's gay because it's purple and pink, and look, I noticed that there's a sort of. And you know when
you're a fucking hammer, every problem's a nail, Milo. I mean, Jesus Christ.
The gay decor is given away by one characteristic, which is there's always a tell, and it's that desperate small feature attempting to reclaim or restate masculinity. And for you, it's the horns on the wall behind you. There's a little. I noticed there was a little like go to your wide camera. There's this horns on the wall behind you. Yeah. Look. There's a little antelope.
It's a deer. It's our dear God. It's dear God.
Dear God. It's the only heterosexual thing on the set, and it's that little thing that just says. It's a little thing that just says, "See, I am a man," and it's surrounded by pink, purple, and that hair. But no, look, it's the only. Look, I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, I'm not taking this from a guy wearing a shirt that says "ex gay" while also wearing sunglasses that have pearls attached to them. Okay, like.
I do that, don't I? Yeah, no, I do.
It's not happening.
I've got my Jewish therapist glasses today. Look at that. It's my Jewish marriage counselor glasses. No, look. What are we talking about?
I don't even fucking remember. Oh, who's that? Who you were about to tell me the secret person?
No, I wasn't. No, I was. Stop it. You're relentless.
I think.
No, I'm not telling you that, but I will tell you the second worst person is, which is Dave Rubin.
Okay.
Dave Rubin, I mean, I basically, he had a very mediocre, unsatisfying, nothing of a career.